racing off the top, nigga. Fuck that shit, bitch. Snax on Sports, man. I'm back with another one, man. You feel me? I'm finna hit the road, man. But on my route to where the fuck I'm about to go, bitch, I just wanted to say some motherfucking shit early this motherfucking morning, motherfucker. Yeah, man, so check this out, bro. Snax on Sports. We back, and you feel me? You niggas need to get you some bananas. Get you some motherfucking potassium, you know what I'm saying? Because your niggas is, hey, your niggas need help, man. You feel me? But, Snax on Sports, I'm back, man. We back, man. Welcome back. Everybody that's been tuning in. Everybody that ain't been tuning in. It's all good. My shit gonna grow eventually, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even tripping off all the views and all that. I'm just having fun with it. Just, you know what I mean? Talking about topics that I want, just speaking on topics that I want to speak on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off the views and all that. You know what I mean? All it takes is for one of these motherfuckers to go viral, and I'm on. So, but even without that, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, Snax on Sports, man. You know, I'm an athlete, or some would say former athlete. You know what I'm saying? Never made it to the pros or semi-pros and no shit like that. But I consider myself an athlete because I grew up playing sports up until high school, and I attempted junior college. But by that time, because I'm a musician, I'm a rapper and producer, so by that time I was already full-fledged into the music. My dream of playing basketball, by the time I was 19 in junior college, I attempted it just because I was still trying to hold on a little bit, but you know what I mean? I was already living this motherfucking thug life, nigga. Yeah, me thugged out militainment, bitch. You feel me? So I'm an athlete, and as an athlete, or for me as an athlete, one thing that I refuse to do, knowing what it takes being out there on the field or on the court or whatever, one thing I refuse to do is blame the coaches or blame the coach. You know, it's one thing in amateur sports. Like, all I played was amateur sports. I ain't never played no professional, you know. I ain't never made it to no motherfucking professional sports league. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing, you know, in amateur sports, when you might have parents involved, or if it's semi-pro, you know, whatever. Even semi-pro, that's pro, you know what I mean? But even semi-pro, it shouldn't be no complaints, none of that shit. The reason why I say this, and the reason why I wanted to speak on this, is because, especially as professional athletes in the National Basketball Association, in the National Football League, and in Major League Baseball. Even though I haven't done a whole bunch of baseball topics, I will, but I haven't had anything worthy yet of talking about, outside of, it's never too old or too late to talk about Barry Bonds not being in the motherfucking Hall of Fame. Bro, it ain't no baseball Hall of Fame without Barry Bonds. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just not. That's like not having Michael Jordan in the Hall of Fame. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, if you are and even in hockey, you know what I'm saying? Even in the NHL, if you are a professional and you getting paid millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and I know they all say, oh, it isn't about the money. No. Yes, it is. It's about the money, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting paid a lot of, them people pay you a lot of fucking money to do your damn job. So you getting paid all this money, and you're a professional, and you're supposed to be great, and all this whole other shit, especially, you know, like, certain players are supposed to be the greatest of all time and having, you know, 3-4 Hall of Famers on their teams and all of that other shit, you can't blame the coach, dog. Like, you can't blame the coach. I was born in the 80s. I'm not going to say exactly what year. People may know. Some people may know, but I ain't finna date myself like that. But it really don't matter. I'm still a young man. But I was born in the 80s, okay? Early 80s. And so I grew up in the 90s. And so when I grew up watching football, basketball, baseball, and maybe this is somewhat because as a child, as a kid, your brain is not developed, so you know, so you don't know exactly what to look for. As a kid, all I'm doing is watching the games, watching my favorite players. I ain't, you know, looking at all the intricacies of all of this and all of that. But I say that to say that growing up watching sports and watching the pros, like, I'm sure it maybe happened, you know, during that time, but it was never this big thing like players blaming coaches. Like, and I'm gonna go to an extreme here. I'm gonna take the greatest, for me, the greatest athlete of all time, but the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. Bro, Michael Jordan never, not one time, complained about the fucking coaches. like if the team is not performing up to par as they should, I understand the coach can possibly make a decision or you know, do something that can, you know, maybe, you know, make a bad play call or whatever that may cause a team to lose at a, you know, at this time or that time or whatever. But the coaches ain't out there, bro. They not on the fucking field of play. They not on the court. So you cannot blame the coaches, okay? And the reason why I say this is because two things in particular, or two teams in particular that I want to talk about. And those two teams are the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA and the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. Now, I'm going to say this, that obviously everybody knows these are two teams that are enemies of mine, per se. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in keeping it in the sports context. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Niner fan. So, you already know, Niner for life, niggas. Fuck the Cowboys for motherfucking life, bitch. Fuck them niggas. We sent your punk ass home, bitch. You at home crying, sad, mad, shooting TVs, and I mean, it's sad, man. It's just a game, dog. You'll be back next year. And the Lakers, you know, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. Now, I will say this. Kobe Bryant is one of my all-time favorite players. Probably top 2 or 3 of one of my all-time favorite players. So, I've always been a Warriors fan. Never have not been a Warriors fan. I rooted for the Lakers, however, for a little while, you know, because Kobe was my favorite player. So it's you know, I catch a lot of flack about this sometimes because people say, oh, this and that, blah blah blah. You rooting for two teams. First of all, I'm from the Bay Area, right? The home team is always my team, my favorite team. I'm Warriors, Giants, and Niners. That's me, off top. Them is my 3 teams. That shit ain't gonna never change to the day I die. That just is what the fuck it is. However, I always have a second team that I like to root for. Mostly it's because my second team that I root for, it's not necessarily that I'm rooting for that team, but I have a player on that team that's probably my favorite or one of my favorites that I like, and so I root for. It's kind of hard for, you know, Kobe Bryant was my favorite player for a very long time. So it's kind of hard to have Kobe Bryant as my favorite player and not like root for the team. You know what I mean? In some shape, form, or fashion, I just want to see the team do well. You know what I'm saying? You know, because my favorite player is on the team. So yeah, there were times when, you know, I may have wore a Laker shirt or a Laker jacket or a Laker hat or some shit like that, but I was never really truly a Laker fan. If anything, I was a bandwagon Laker fan. You know what I mean? Because I ain't been no Laker fan my whole life. That was just for like 10 years while I was rooting for Kobe Bryant, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Once he retired, I said, fuck him. Fuck the Lakers. Not fuck my nigga, my big bro, RP, you know what I mean, to the dead, man. But, so, I say that to say, to some, this stream may come off as, like, I'm saying this because I'm just talking about coaches being blamed in general, but it's just that, what it is that these two teams in particular always seem to have this thing with well, the Cowboys always have this thing. The Lakers really don't have that problem. What it really is a LeBron James thing. Everywhere where he at, okay? Every team he owns and the team is not performing up to par and he's supposed to be the fucking GOAT, and anybody that knows basketball know this nigga ain't the fucking GOAT. He's not better than ain't never even been close to being better than Michael Jordan, nigga. Stop it. Michael Jordan has 2 different three-peats. 2. What the fuck? The nigga won 3 championships, retired for fucking 2 years, went to play a whole different fucking sport that he never even played since he was a fucking child. Came back and won 3 fucking more. This fucking LeBron James shit missed me with LeBron James being the fucking GOAT. When did he pass Magic Johnson? When did he pass Kobe Bryant? For that case, when did he even pass Kareem? What the fuck? LeBron James ain't the GOAT of shit, but put together super fucking teams and trying to make it so fucking lopsided to where the rest of the NBA don't have a chance. Nigga don't want to compete. This nigga want all the good players on his team because he know they gonna give him all the fucking credit anyway, just so he can live up to this fucking fake facade and trick y'all niggas into thinking that he the fucking greatest of all time and shit. What the fuck? All of the shit that this nigga LeBron James has done in his 19 years, all of the shit that he has done, it still hasn't equated to being better than Michael Jordan. Still got all of the shit LeBron James has done, and he's still got 2 less rings than MJ. What the what are you like you guys do not understand. Michael Jordan did all that shit he did in like 12, 13 years, bro. Like, I witnessed this growing up. I watched it. And Michael Jordan was not one of my favorite players growing up because he was everybody's favorite. Everybody fucked with MJ. It went without saying. He was fucking MJ. Did nobody not like Michael Jordan? So Us growing up, we always had other players as our favorite. Because just by default, Michael Jordan was your favorite, nigga. I mean, it's fucking Jordan. I watched this nigga, man. I have no dog in the fight. And then say, if you're gonna do a debate, a more realistic debate, that's what the debate should be. Who's better between those two? Now, to me, I'm taking Kobe. But that's the true debate, not Jordan. Jordan is on the island all by himself. And that kind of hurts me to say because of how much I love Kobe Bryant. Not hurts me to say, but what I'm saying is Kobe Bryant was more of a favorite player of mine than Jordan ever was. I just recognized the greatness in Michael Jordan. I seen the nigga. I watched him as a child growing up. And I seen LeBron James. I have no dog in the fight. If LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan, I would say it. I would say it. And I know motherfuckers, oh, it's just opinion. No, it ain't no opinion, bro. This ain't opinion. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James by far. Period. Point blank. It ain't fucking close. That's facts. That's not an opinion. That's a fucking fact. Period. I done got off track talking about this bitch. Now, what I was trying to say when I brought up this hoe is that it's not really a Laker thing. It's because LeBron James is there. That's really what it is. Whatever team he's on, and they not performing to where the world thinks they should be performing, it always ends up being the coach's fault. Always. And I'm explaining to y'all why why in both these situations with the Cowboys and with LeBron James teams, right now the Lakers, you don't know where the fuck the nigga gonna be next year. This nigga might go to you don't know, whatever team is hot, that's where the fuck this nigga wanna go. Prostitute ass nigga jumping all over the league like a motherfucking prostitute. You feel me? I'm explaining to y'all the reason why I say this. Okay, there's many reasons, but I'm explaining to y'all one of the top reasons, right? So, so like I said, my main thing is that, you know, okay, let's take, since I'm right there, let's take the Lakers. I'm gonna talk about them first. And this bitch LeBron James. Now, Frank Vogel. Okay? Frank Vogel is not the fucking reason why they fucking suck. He's not the fucking reason why. Okay? And one of the main reasons why is because he don't have no control like that, bro. He's just like a figurehead. It's just a job title. He don't really have no say-so in what goes on as far as player personnel or anything that's important as far as the outcome of the team. Not the outcome of a game. The outcome of like how the team looks. Like this team has been put together by Rob Pelinka and LeBron James. That's who put this team together. Okay? So that's the first thing. He don't got no say-so in none of that. So how you gonna blame him? He's just dealing with the cards he was dealt. You gave this nigga a fucking Rubik's Cube, nigga. Can't dress Brooke, old dress wearing ass bitch, then drop this nigga on the team. For what? This shit down there don't work. Because LeBron James ain't the fucking GM, bro. Well, hey, I'm happy. Because this is what happens when you have a franchise that sucks the dick of one of their players because of who he is or whatever. Look at the Golden State Warriors. Okay? Obviously, are they gonna hear out Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green when it comes to personnel decisions? And yeah, they're gonna listen. Yeah, we could bounce ideas, like Kanye said. My nigga, we could bounce ideas, but only I can come up with some shit like this. Like, bro, this my team. You a player. You know what I'm saying? So once you start letting the players feel like they can make personnel decisions and pick who gonna play on the team, and I want this person, and you allow that to happen, this is what happened. This is the reason why. Yeah. So the Warriors, they'll hear out what, and they'll hear, advice and shit like that. But just like early in the year, Steph Curry and Draymond Green wanted the Warriors to keep. They came and got their input. They wanted the Warriors to keep Avery Bradley because we had signed Avery Bradley, you know what I mean, in the preseason. So he was with us in the preseason. The players wanted to keep Avery Bradley. I'm not gonna say keep him. Oh, I wasn't gonna say they wanted to keep Avery Bradley over Gary Payton II, over Gary Payton Jr. It's not that they wanted to keep him over Avery Bradley over Gary Payton Jr. It's just that if you keep Avery Bradley, then Gary Payton Jr. is gonna have to go. It's just the way. It's just how the you know what I mean. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's not enough roster space for both of them. Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and Joe Lacob, they heard them out. But guess what? They ultimately made the decision that they're paid to make. Well, Joe Lacob, he the owner. But you know what I'm saying? They did their job and they said, we hear y'all. We understand, but we're going to move in this direction. And bro, I'm sorry. That was the best, because me as a fan, that's what I wanted too. Once I heard that we signed Avery Bradley, I was like, oh man, defense, let's go. We finna get back to the old Warriors now. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Avery Bradley. He's known as a defensive stopper. You know what I'm saying? Little did I know. Now, I knew about Gary Payton Jr. from last year. You know what I mean? And knew that, he had a reputation for being a great defender as well. But it's just, y'all know how it go. It just his name wasn't as popping. You know what I mean? It's just you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. So that's the reason why we're fans and we're on the outside. And the team, Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and Joe Lacob and everybody in the organization, they know what the fuck they doing. They chose Gary Payton II over Avery Bradley, and it was the best possible. Like Avery Bradley, Gary Payton has like been a godsend, bro. He locked niggas down, okay, on the defensive end, tenacious on that end, and on the offensive end, it's damn near like he's a big, bro. All of the oops and dunks that he get, and all of the baskets around the rim, and then he's developed a little 3-point shot. We wasn't gonna get all of that from Avery Bradley. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And on top of that, he's younger. You know what I mean? He's 29. He's younger. So that's an example right there of you know the team considering what their star players are recommending, but ultimately going in the direction that they feel is best for the team. Because at the end of the day, they would have went with that decision that the players recommended if that's what they thought was best for the team. But at the end of the day, we are the front office, and we have to make the decisions, regarding player personnel and all of that stuff, that we feel is in the best interest of the team. And you guys are the players. You guys are to play your ass off, which is in the best interest of the team. And that's how it's got to be, bro. I'm sorry. That's how it's got to be. You cannot let players, regardless of how good they are, you can't let them come in there and run the whole fucking franchise. That franchise is going to be there. Was there before that player? It's going to be there after that player, man. Yeah, you take into consideration what LeBron James saying. I think this and blah 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 blah. But bro, at a certain point, it's like y'all niggas done let this nigga just get to the point to where he just feel like he could just do what the fuck ever, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Michael Jordan now so dope is that, for me, and I know motherfuckers, they see The Last Dance and see how he, was interacting with a lot of his teammates and all that shit, bro. That's just normal shit, bro. All motherfuckers, look how he treated his teammates and this, that, man. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about That's the reason why y'all niggas ain't never accomplished nothing, ain't never won nothing. Y'all want everything to be nice. That's the reason why that man got 6 rings and is widely known as the greatest player of all time. Without him being that way, he wouldn't have that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, the reason why I think it's so dope with Michael Jordan is because, for me, Michael Jordan never when it came to shit like that, he never abused his authority, he never abused the fact that, hey, I'm Michael Jordan. Like LeBron does that. He throw his weight around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, okay, it can be a bad thing. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying he don't have the right to do that, because you do earn the right. But I'm saying it's more commendable for if you know that you got that type of clout and you can throw that type of weight around and you don't. You know what I'm saying? Throw it around when it's needed to be thrown around. And Michael Jordan didn't do that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Michael Jordan, all he did was play basketball. He wasn't trying to be no fake ass fucking social justice warrior. He wasn't trying to he wasn't out here talking about, yeah, I'm the greatest of all time. Yeah, when I did that made me the greatest of all time. He always said how it's disrespectful. His opinion is that it's disrespectful to call myself the greatest of all time and this and that, when I didn't get a chance to play in all the eras and play against, the players that came before me. You know what I'm saying? They might have beat me. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he leave that to the media and the fans and all that shit. But Michael Jordan ain't never, not one time, called himself the greatest of all time. Now, if I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, do I feel like Michael Jordan feels like he is the greatest basketball player ever? Of course he do. Of course he do. But he not. When you know you ain't got to come out and say that. It's different. I know I was, you a rapper. That's not blah, blah, blah. You need rappers. We talking about y'all to go. It's different in rap. It's different in rap. In rap, that's a part of it. your bravado, you know what I'm saying? The braggadociousness of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta toot your own horn. That's a part of that's a part of rap. That's a part of hip hop. You know what I mean? If you're not telling niggas how dope you is and how much that other niggas can't fuck with you and your crew, what the fuck is? I mean, it's competitive. I mean, it's rap is a blood sport. So you supposed to be telling niggas how dope you is. Rap is a it's not a humble sport. It's not a humility kind of sport. You know what I'm saying? It's my nigga, I'm dope. I'm finna tell you I'm motherfucking dope, and you ain't doper than me. Yeah. That's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally different. And sports is like it's a, you know, but I mean it's still in rap. I'm mostly saying most rappers is like that from on wax. And they still feel that way too, you know what I mean, in real life. But a lot of times rappers ain't just walking around like, yeah, nigga, I'm the greatest. It's just, it's not like, they just, living it 24/7, and they never, like we never turn that off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's more of or like you can't be cool with other rappers or nah, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Or like you can't be fans of other rappers or something like that. You totally be. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that as a rapper, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's the type of sport where, you know what I mean, you brag about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to do. So, but in sports, you know what I mean? You want to have what is it? What they could like. You don't want to be a poor sport kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Michael Jordan is that he, like I said, he never threw his weight around like that. He never, used his status to, like down somebody else or on the court. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like outside of that, name me a time or, that y'all know when Michael Jordan was bragging about himself. I'm talking about off the court, like bragging about himself or saying he the greatest of all time or like trying to act like he run the NBA or like he run his team. Like he threw around certain suggestions certain times about certain players that he may have wanted as a player too. You know what I'm saying? But and the team went the other direction. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, like he still went out there and played. You know what I mean? He ain't the type, like LeBron is the type of nigga to where it's like I'm king. I'm the king. If you go against me, thou shall be beheaded. All this other shit. You know what I mean? You want to tweet and start, throwing all these little hidden tweets and all that shit, talking about motherfucker like it's like niggas feel like, okay, LeBron James on team, we gotta just bow to his feet and just do whatever the fuck. Nah, bro. No, it should not be like that. At the end of the day, he is just still a player, bro. That's all he is. Y'all put him on that pedestal and when y'all be doing all that shit and giving him the authority to make the decisions with the team and all this other shit, man. All that shit is, hey, man. And that's the reason why the Lakers is where they at. So I'm kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be talking about coaches being blamed. So let me get back to that. So with the Lakers, Frank Vogel, he don't have control like that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he has control over is like in-game shit. Like, okay, who starts, who don't start, and rotations and play calling and all that type of shit. But that's just in the game. Like you actually need to be able to put a good team together. You know what I'm saying? And he should be able to have some input on that. Like, you're not gonna sit there and tell me that Frank Vogel would have wanted to be like with LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James. Yeah, okay, that's one thing. But with Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard and Rajon Rondo, I know they just traded him or whatever, but like nah. It's, we putting together, the 2012 Dream Team and shit, nigga. It's 2022. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron James picked this team. This is who he wanted. You know what I mean? So you can't then come blame the coach. You know what I'm saying? And then, the second reason why, so the first thing, that's the first reason. It's like he's not in control of nothing. It's like he's like a lame duck coach. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, it's out in the media right now that that they were close to firing him after 2 games ago after the Los Angeles Lakers took a blowout loss to the Denver Nuggets. In a game where they just played with just no effort, no energy. I mean, just got blew the fuck out by like 30 or 40 points. What I'm trying, so they almost fired him after that game, and now he's on a like game to game basis or some shit like that. Like it's game to game now. Like, bro. So what you telling me is firing him right now in the middle of the season and having who y'all gonna have coach? David fucking Fisdale? Like, Frank Vogel just came back to the team like a couple weeks ago after being out with COVID for a few weeks. So during those few weeks when he was out, David Fisdale was the coach. He coached like, I want to say, I don't know exactly the number, but I at least 5, 6, or 7 games for the Lakers in like a 2-week span. You know what I mean? Because Frank Vogel was out. I think they won like one. They had a losing record. They got blew out a couple other times. The team is just as bad as they always look. Whether Frank Vogel was not there for 6 or 7 consecutive games, maybe even more than that, maybe even been like 8 or 9. And I'm on Twitter after all these games, and Frank Vogel's still trending. He not coaching. He's not at the game. He not with the team. Nothing. So I know motherfuckers might say, "Oh well, it's still his imprint on the team and this and that, and they're still running his shit and all of that other shit." Look, bro, whether they is or they not, David Fisdale, who substituted for him, he's been a head coach before. So he was a head coach with the Memphis Grizzlies. He didn't do a good job. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say he didn't do a good job. He wasn't successful. You know what I'm saying? In his tenure, I think he was only there like 2 or 3 years or something like that. But they hired him. They seen it didn't work. After 2 or 3 years, they got rid of him. And he's been a head coach. I say that to say, to me, yeah, he probably kept some of Frank Vogel's principles and some of the same stuff that he liked to do or whatever, but he was doing some of his own shit too. It's not going to be, if Frank Vogel ain't there, it's not going to be called like a Frank Vogel game if he ain't there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, because somebody else is in place. Now, maybe if it was a coach that really wasn't, that's really like they ain't never been a head coach or a assistant coach, or like there's really a young coach or something like that, maybe, they'd just be still doing, he'd just be really in place of, like, for example, when Luke Walton filled in for Steve Kerr during our 73 win year, because Steve Kerr had the back issues. You know what I'm saying? That year, Luke Walton had never been a head coach before. He was a young coach, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, he was known as like, one of the new up and coming, coaches and all that, one of the hot young coaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so he took over for the team. But they were still running like that, the same shit like that Steve Kerr would be running. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that, yeah, he, Luke Walton was there, but they were still running like the same Steve Kerr shit. Just, I mean, because he was a young coach, and it's just, that's not something that you want to change up in this and that. In the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? We was winning, so that's not something you want to make a whole bunch of changes and shit like that. You know what I mean? We was on some historic shit. With the Lakers and where they at right now is that they're actually playing worse than what people thought. You know what I mean? They're not playing up to people's expectations of what people thought they was gonna be this year. So they're losing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They win some games too, but they lose. They're like a 500 team, they average team. You know what I'm saying? But they're not supposed to be average. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, hey, when David Fisdale get in there, he been a head coach before, and you might want to make a few little wrinkles here and there. You know what I mean? Shit, we losing anyway. So I'm just saying that to say, this man Frank Vogel was out, bro. This man Frank Vogel was out for a whole 2 weeks. Didn't even coach, and it was still niggas blaming him. Some of the niggas that was blaming him didn't even know that. Some of the niggas that was blaming him probably didn't even know he wasn't coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit crazy. So you gonna fire him, and what? So David Fisdale is going to coach the team the rest of the year. In that 2 weeks Frank Vogel was gone, he was what? They went like what, 2-7 or 2-6 or like they had a losing record. They looked like a very bad team. They wasn't better under David Fisdale. So how do that help? So for one, Frank Vogel ain't got no control of the team like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lame duck coach. You got me on some game to game shit now. So that means that the players know that I'm not, that I don't have no power like that. So they don't respect me like that. Not that they're going to be disrespectful to me and not be professional, but they ain't listening to nothing I'm going to say because they know I'm a lame duck coach. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, to me, it's all bad because LeBron James is there. They doing all of this shit because they want to, we got to do something, man. We don't want LeBron James to leave, blah, 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 and this and that, blah, blah, or, like, bro, fuck that nigga. The Lakers was the Lakers before him. I don't give a fuck about that little bubble championship, that little bubble chip, that little Mickey Mouse chip. Listen, I'm not trying to fully take that championship away. Y'all got to acknowledge that was just a weird one, bro. It was just a weird championship, bro. So it's like it got an asterisk or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a weird year. You know what I mean? The season went on a pause for 4 months in the middle of the season, and like some motherfuckers didn't want to be there, and some motherfuckers did, and it's like that shit was just, it was just weird, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all got it in that year, but like you gotta win it in a full-fledged regular NBA basketball year with no stoppages and no, you know what I mean, none of that other shit. You know what I mean? None of that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So the Lakers been the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? And it's part of the reason why, man, my disdain for LeBron James as a player, man, because this shit is just, y'all want to blame the fucking coaches. You want to blame the fucking coach. That's not, firing Frank Vogel, that's not going to do a motherfucking thing. That ain't going to do shit. You ain't going to all of a sudden start winning and be good because you fired him, because he ain't the problem. How you going to blame him? He ain't got no fucking control over nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they got him on some more like this game-to-game shit. We're evaluating him after every game. And man, I'd be like, man, get me the fuck up out of here, bro. Y'all not finna do me like that. Like some little child or something. Like you gotta assess me after every game. Well, how did he get it? Did he do good enough to be able to stay, or should we fire? Man, I'll make the decision for y'all. I'm gone. Get me the fuck up out of here. I ain't trying to be around all this fucking drama and bullshit and all these overpaid ass. This nigga Russell Westbrook is making $44 fucking million a year for what? For what? That's why you can't be signing these players. Like if I'm a general manager or in the front office, I'm making the contracts top heavy on the front end, not on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot, like that's how the NFL do a lot of they shit, to where they front load you the shit from the time they sign you. Not, oh, you signing a 5-year, $200 million deal, but it go like, you know, 30 million this year, then 40 million the second year, then 50 million, then 50 million, then 60 million. What the fuck type shit is? So you think this nigga is gonna be worth 60 million fucking dollars in 5 years and shit? That's just stupid. It's stupid. Front load the shit. So that way you get the best version of that player right when you sign him, like them in that first year or two. You know what I'm saying? Sure, that player may still be good all the way, you know what I'm saying, through the whole contract. Okay, well, they'll sign him again after that. But front load the shit first. It can be the same amount, but front load it. Don't back end it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's what I would do. You got all these players making all this punk ass money and performing like this, and you want to blame the coach? What the fuck am I paying you $44 million for, nigga? To fire the fucking coach? Nah, fuck that, nigga. You need to do some shit. And that's my other thing with it, is that ultimately the coaches ain't out there, man. The players is out there. So they get blown out by the Nuggets by 30, right? These is grown ass men that know what the fuck they supposed to do. Like, you shouldn't need no fucking pep talk from your fucking head coach to get you to give energy and effort and shit. And then it like, for me, it's one thing. It's like, but and it ain't no player standing up for the nigga, saying, nah, Frank Vogel, you know what I mean? That's, you know, nah, we got his back. Nah, that's our nigga. He you know, that's on us. You ain't heard no players come out and say, nah, it's not the coach's fault. It's on us. We the players. We, you know what I mean? We out there. On other teams, they do that. On this fucking team with all these veteran, old ass, geezer ass players that been in the league for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years and shit, they ain't backing their coach up. You know what I'm saying? And they just letting them just be ran through the mud, you know what I mean? And not speaking up for them. That's why I ain't gonna win no fucking championship. It's over. LeBron James, you ain't winning no more motherfucking championships, bitch. Only way your ass gonna win another championship, you gotta be an old ass motherfucker and get one as like the, you know, like how Jason Kidd got one at the end of his career, or Gary Payton. You ain't winning no more championship as the lead dog no more, nigga. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Is it Frank Vogel's fault that Anthony Davis is a fragile ass bitch? Is it? He don't got his quote unquote second best player. The nigga always hurt. Ain't nobody bringing that up. That he not even playing with the team that he supposed to be coaching. This nigga Anthony Davis is the best defender on the team, or supposed to be. And Frank Vogel is a defensive coach. He's a defensive minded coach. So he don't have his best defender. You know what I'm saying? And y'all want to blame this nigga for why the defense, like the last 2 years, I heard somebody, the last 2 years, he had he had the Lakers ranked top 10 in defensive efficiency the last 2 years. So all of a sudden this year they drop off because they got how can you be the top two, one of the top defensive teams in the league when you playing with all these old ass motherfuckers that don't fucking move like that no more and don't want to play no damn defense. They was top 10 in deficiency in defensive efficiency the last 2 years. Why? Because they had younger players. Kyle Kuzma, what's his face? That used to shoot them threes. Mark. They all on the Wizards now. You know what I'm saying? Pope or whatever. You know what I mean? I forget whatever the fuck the nigga name is. And then you know, they had Harold last year. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not saying that these are great defenders. What I'm saying is they younger, they got more energy, so it's better to be able to play good team defense. You know what I'm saying, with younger players, even if they not the best defensive players, but they all young, they all got energy. So they're gonna give effort. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to do all of this shit to bring in and get rid of all of these young players that y'all could have had over the years. Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram and you know, Kyle Kuzma and Hart, and I understand motherfuckers say, oh, well, they got a championship out of it, Jada. They got a championship out of Jada, so, you know what I'm saying? So, man, fuck, man, that shit don't, man, please. That's a old watered down ass championship, bro. That shit don't, you know what I'm saying? And if you got a championship out of it, shouldn't you still be a good team? You shouldn't just be bad all of a sudden. They was bad last year. They wasn't as bad last year as they are this year, but they've been trending down. It was on the way. They was in the play-in game last year. I know it was well, yeah, because LeBron got hurt and this and that. Man, he getting older. It's what it is. It is what it is. He ain't been hurt this year. He missed a few games, but he ain't been, you know, he been there for the most of the part. He playing his ass off. But that's what they say. And they still hovering over 500, 22 and 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. He's supposed to be the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be able to figure it out, nigga. You on a team with 4-5 Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers and shit, and you want to blame Frank Vogel. You know what I'm saying? Frank Vogel, how is it Frank Vogel's fault that y'all don't give no motherfucking effort out there on the court against the Denver Nuggets and y'all got blew out like that? How is that Frank Vogel's fault? Why? Because he didn't give y'all a fiery speech, a pep talk? Please, get the fuck out of here. Like I said, you're getting paid $100 million a year, bitch. Nigga, if I was getting paid $1 million a year, nigga, I don't need no motherfucking pep talk, nigga. Nigga, I'm there early, nigga, fully dressed, headband on, nigga, I'm shots. I'm there. Yeah, I'm there, fam. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Lakers. I'm not blaming the coaches, bro. You know what I mean? Because they not out there. You know what I mean? And in this particular situation, you know, maybe he could take a little bit more blame if he had some type of say in constructing the roster. But he had no say in that. Frank Vogel has no say in that. You know what I'm saying? So, since Frank Vogel has no say in that, you can't, like, it's a poorly constructed roster. So you can't just say, hey, here, figure it out. Nah, ain't no fucking figure it out, nigga. Phil Jackson wouldn't be able to figure this shit out. Greg Popovich wouldn't be able to figure this shit out. Red Auerbach wouldn't be able to figure this shit out. So how the fuck you think, and they better coaches than Frank Vogel, how you think Frank Vogel gonna be able to figure it out? Nah, it's sad that y'all putting all the blame on him. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with blaming Frank Vogel. And if y'all fire him, it's gonna be bad for y'all. It's gonna be, you're gonna get some bad karma. That's what's gonna happen. So at least let the nigga finish out the year. You should have never hired him to begin with. But LeBron James wants he wants the type of coaches that he don't got to listen to. You know what I mean? Or a motherfucker that's gonna be his friend. Like what's the name? Ty Lue. Ty Lue said, I don't want no parts of that shit. Fuck that. Yeah, LeBron James, my nigga. I fuck with him. We won a championship together in Cleveland under some suspect ass motherfucking conditions. Y'all know NBA. Y'all know that was some bullshit. Y'all suspended Draymond. But anyway, we won a championship, over there. But they tried to get Ty Lue to sign and align his contract with LeBron James. Like, and Ty Lue was like, nah, I'm not just coming here to coach LeBron James. Like, give me one more year. Y'all got him for 2, okay, give me 3. Y'all got him for 3, okay, give me 4. I don't want to have my contract aligned with this nigga like, oh, when LeBron James gone and y'all can get rid. No, I'm here to coach the Lakers, not LeBron James. So he declined that. You know what I mean? Because he already seen what it was. I'm just going to be some lame duck coach. Y'all not going to let me run the team like that and make the decisions, make the real decisions that really count. You know what I'm saying? So that I can really, and see, that's the problem. And these teams, they hire, like I said, the problem is they empower the player more than the coach. You know what I'm saying? I understand from the standpoint of, okay, yeah, of the fans, and the fans come there to see the players and all that shit. But it still has to be some type of seniority, bro. It can't just be, you know what I'm saying? It can't just be, oh, because I'm LeBron James and I'm one of the greatest of all time, so y'all say. I can just say and do whatever the fuck I want to say and do and pick whatever players I want to come, and if I don't like the coach, I'll just get them fired. It can't be like that, because then you end up how the Lakers is right now. Magic Johnson tweeting and all this other shit. So, you feel me? These teams hire these coaches, and they don't let the coach and do their job. You know what I'm saying? And that leads me to the Dallas Cowboys now. You know what I'm saying? That leads me to the Dallas Cowboys. That leads me to the Dallas Cowboys, because once again, they've hired a coach and they don't let him coach. But then everybody want to blame this nigga and act like, he a dumb and don't know what the fuck he doing and this and that. Like, I hear this bitch ass nigga Nick Wright basically on TV disrespecting this nigga, man. Just basically talking about just any random old Joe off the street can just come in and do what Mike McCarthy do. And to me, he said it in a more like trying to be like funny, like disrespectful way. You know what I'm saying? But basically that's what he said. Bitch, nigga, old weasel worm looking ass nigga, big nose ass nigga. You feel me? And to me, bro, it's just so disrespectful, bro, to just blatantly just disrespect a professional head coach like that. Somebody that's been in this profession for a year. All you do is talk about the shit, nigga. That's all you do, is run your big ass motherfucking mouth and talk every morning, sounding like somebody need to. That's why they got Chris Carter up out of there. Chris Carter, you see how Chris Carter, ever since Chris Carter ain't been on that show, this nigga over talk niggas, and he a little scoundrel, he a little weasel, he like a little fucking nerd. You want to just smack him around. You know what I'm saying? He a bitch. You know what I mean? Nigga, Chris Carter used to be vicing up on that nigga. Shut your ass up, nigga. I'm talking, nigga. You ain't never did shit, bitch. You feel me? That nigga used to, hey, you feel me? That nigga used to shut up. You know what I'm saying? But now that's why they got Chris Carter on there. Now that nigga think it's his show. It ain't your show, bitch. You feel me? But it's just so, to me, bro, it's just so fucking disrespectful. It's just so it's totally disrespectful, bro, to just talk about. I mean, I'm not it's cool. Okay, he not Vince Lombardi. He not Bill Belichick. He not Bill Walsh. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's cool. But he a professional, bro, that has won he's a Super Bowl champion. One thing everybody on that motherfucking Dallas Cowboys franchise ain't got is something he do got. Now I understand, the team. Now I understand the franchise and Jerry Jones and, you know what I mean? Yeah, he got 3 rings, even though it was back in the 90s and shit. But yeah, he got some rings. But all them players and all of that other shit, you know, so while y'all want to talk shit, Mike McCarthy got a Super Bowl ring. They want to say, oh, well, he just got that because he was motherfucking Aaron Rodgers' coach. That's the most stupidest fucking argument that you could ever fucking make. Like Phil Jackson don't got 11 fucking rings because he didn't have Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, and Pippen. What the fuck? You need great players, all-time great players to win championships, you stupid dumb-dumbs. You niggas be plumb fucking dumb, bro. That's the most stupid argument to make. Well, he only got that championship because Aaron Rodgers is his coach. I mean, because Aaron Rodgers. Bill Walsh got fucking 3 rings. Why? Because Joe Montana was his fucking quarterback. Man, that's the most. I never understood that argument to say about a coach. Well, this coach only did good because he had such and such and such and such. I want you motherfuckers to name to me a head coach in basketball or football or even baseball that has won multiple fucking championships and they didn't have great players. Or all-time great players. I'll wait. Yeah, because it's never happened. It's never happened. If you want to go to the Boston Celtics of the 60s, the Boston Celtics of the 80s, the Lakers of the 80s, the Lakers of the 2000s, the Bulls of the 90s, the Warriors of the 2010s or 15, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They all have the Patriots. You motherfuckers gonna tell me that Bill Belichick got 6 rings if he don't have Tom Brady? Get the fuck out of here. We already see how the team look in 2 years without Tom Brady. Last year they sucked like fuck. This year they was a little bit better, but we just seen what happened, what the Bills did to them. I ain't never seen a motherfucking Bill Belichick defense look like that. Tom Brady don't play defense. So the fact that he ain't there, that ain't got nothing to do with why your defense look like that. Nigga, you got blew out 47 to whatever the fuck. Them niggas didn't even damn near punt or nothing. So the whole argument of Mike McCarthy, oh, he only got that 1 Super Bowl ring because he was coaching Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you need great players to win, you stupid bitch. What the fuck type shit is that? Type argument is that? You niggas is stupid. You niggas is just straight up plumb fucking dumb. That's the stupidest argument you could ever make. So, and on the flip side, how many championships have Aaron Rodgers won since that? Oh, okay. Yeah. They both got that 1 together. So, you know, you niggas is just stupid, man. So the Cowboys, that leads me to the Cowboys, because you hire Mike McCarthy. Coaches aren't Bill Belichick and Bill Walsh and all that shit. You didn't get the best out of them because they were never empowered. Like, they don't have no say-so in nothing. If you don't really truly run the shit and have say-so in what's really going on, you cannot be blamed, bro. And now in the Cowboys situation, it's even worse. How you gonna blame Mike McCarthy and Jason? Like, has Mike McCarthy been their coach the past 27, 28 years? Nah. He just got there like 2-3 years ago. Even Jason Garrett was there, what, 8 years? But dog, like, they ain't did shit since before both of these motherfucking coaches. So you want to sit there and blame Mike McCarthy, but he's not being empowered to fully be the head coach. He's an offensive coach. He don't even call the plays. That's not unnormal. But most of the time, if you are the head coach and you're an offensive head coach, you're going to call the plays. Like Kyle Shanahan. Now, the reason why I say it's not unnormal because it's not like it hasn't happened before. But in this case, they took that out of his hand. They told him, nah, you ain't calling, like, you can't do that, bro. You got to let this man coach, but you can't tell him how to coach. If you don't like how he coaching, get rid of him, get somebody else. But trying to keep him because he the type of coach that you could boss around and shit like that, and he ain't gonna buck back. But then at the same time, trying to tell him how to coach is the reason why you in the situation that you in. That's the reason why motherfucker trying to blame the refs and trying to incite violence on the motherfucking refs and shit because y'all niggas can't get the, like, hey man. And then they say, I hear Skip Bayless, he can't motivate this and that and blah blah blah. I watch him on Hard Knocks. He can't. Man, listen, bro. Grown ass motherfucker. These are the pros, bro. This is professional sports, the highest fucking level that you can be on, my nigga. Professional. So why do you need a pep talk from your coach? Your coach is there to give you the game plan, and so the players can execute that game plan, to get a win. That's what the coach is there for. Some coaches are more, motivational or motivational speakers, and and some coaches are more X's and O's. Some coaches are good at both. And I understand after a while, it's time to move on and change coaches after a while and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But the reason why I bring up the Jason Garrett thing is because I knew, like, all of this shit, bro. Okay, all of these years, I knew that once you fired Jason Garrett and you hired somebody else, unless you hired a coach and y'all let him do him, I knew it was going to be the same shit. That's why if you go back on a lot of my Facebook posts over the years, even after he got fired that next year, when they were still fuck ups, I was saying, are we still blaming Jason Garrett? Because all I heard was, see, these motherfuckers like to blame somebody as if that person is removed, all the problems will be fixed. And what I'm saying is, it's not no one thing. It's not the fucking coach. I knew the Dallas Cowboys all of a sudden wasn't going to become this fucking Super Bowl team just because y'all fired Jason Garrett. Like, like Cowboys. You guys will forever be in this predicament until you hire a head coach and let him be the head coach. Like, I'm not saying that the head coach should have all or the final say so when it comes to roster construction. That would not be a bad thing. But I understand if it's a coach that isn't, like what Kyle Shanahan got going on. He's basically running everything. He run everything. The team has had some success because of it. team also hasn't had success, but the unsuccessful times have been, to me, less of because he don't know what the fuck he doing and more of key players being injured, especially at the quarterback position. Jimmy Garoppolo been hurt a lot. So when he's hurt and we win when he's in and he's not there, we, you know, that's why it proves my point. Kyle Shanahan is a great coach, but and he don't even got no Aaron Rodgers type like Jimmy G. That's my nigga. He's to me, yes, I will put him. He's a great quarterback. He makes mistakes. All quarterbacks make mistakes, or most quarterbacks will make. Aaron Rodgers probably make the least amount of mistakes, but he still make mistakes too. He's not infallible. He just makes the least of them out between him and Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? But so Jimmy G is my nigga. But I'm saying this to say, even with a quarterback like Jimmy G, who's a great quarterback, but not like an all-time great or anything like that, who knows? He can maybe become that if we win the Super Bowl this year. But maybe, you know, but even you see Kyle Shanahan's win and loss record when Jimmy Garoppolo plays versus when he doesn't play. Kyle Shanahan don't all of a sudden become a bad coach when Jimmy Garoppolo don't play. If you don't have good players, you're not going to win. You motherfuckers is dumb. Y'all don't know how this sports shit go, bruh. Like, it's common fucking sense, you fucking twerp. When Jimmy G plays, we win at a 70% clip. This nigga winning 7 out of every 10. Kyle Shanahan wins 7 out of every 10 games that he plays, that he coaches when Jimmy Garoppolo plays. When Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't play, he wins. That drops to like 2 or 3 out of every 10. Like, bro, this shit ain't brain surgery, bro. So that goes to my point. It's not the coaches, nigga. Either you got good players that ain't playing up to their potential, or you just got bad players. It ain't the fucking coach, bro. Now, if you want to, I understand, you know, sometimes changes got to be made. You got to, you know, but in these two instances right here with the Lakers and with the Cowboys, the coach is just being the scapegoat, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said with the Cowboys, I thought it was Jason Garrett. Y'all said it was Jason Garrett. Y'all said everything was going to be good once Jason Garrett got up out of there. Jason Garrett been gone like 2-3 years. You still don't got no playoff wins, bitch. You ain't done nothing. So, I mean, it's not the fucking coach. If you fire Mike McCarthy and you keep the same principles and the same everything that's going on right now, it's going to be the same. It ain't going to be no different. They talking about Scott Linehan or whatever the fuck. Bro, it's not going to be no different. It's not going to be no different. You got to hire somebody and let that motherfucker do his job, bro. You know what I mean? Scott Linehan been there. He already, like, entrenched in the Cowboy culture like that. You know what I mean? So like Jerry Jones already know, yeah, okay, we let go of Mike McCarthy, and we just gonna put Scott Linehan in place of him. It's gonna be the same shit. He don't want no coach like no Parcells again. He don't want no coach like no Jimmy Johnson again. I guess because he want to be able to get, I don't know, because he want to be able to get the credit. And I like Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he want, I don't know if it's credit. I don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? It's his team. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You own the team. So I'm not, you know, hire whoever the fuck you want to hire. I'm just saying, if you want to win, and that's what a lot of the, I'm after this Niners loss, I'm seeing a lot of Cowboys fans, they starting to really question, do this motherfucker really want to win, or is he just trying to just keep getting our money every motherfucking year? Hey, something y'all got to think about. This Niner gang don't bang around this bitch, you know what I'm talking about? So I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, bro, to blame, you know, Mike McCarthy, in closing, I'll say this. Mike McCarthy cannot be blamed. Not saying he's the greatest coach ever, but it's not his fault, bro, because he don't got no power. You know what I'm saying? That's like blaming. That's like me blaming my. I don't know. This may be a little bit extreme, but you kind of get the point. It's like me blaming my child because the water got cut off, or the light bill, or the lights, the PG&E went out, or the PG&E bill ain't been paid, or the rent ain't been paid, or something like that. Like, my child don't have no power over that. They don't have no, like, that's out of their control. They're children. Now I know motherfuckers, oh, well, you comparing Mike McCarthy to a child. I'm basically in that situation, yeah. I'm comparing him to like the child, and Jerry Jones in the front office is the parents. You know what I'm saying? My children do what I allow for them to do. They can't do what I don't allow for them to do. Otherwise, there will be discipline. Mike McCarthy, he can't just buck off and just do whatever the fuck he want to do. Otherwise, he'll be fired. That's discipline. You got to hire somebody and let him do their damn job. Get out the fucking way. I know motherfuckers go, oh, well, I want to hire somebody, and if we lose, it's going to be the way I want. Man, dude, if you the owner and in the front office, you're going to get credit, bro. When you win a fucking Super Bowl, the championship, they give the trophy to the owner first. Not the players, not the coaches. The trophy goes to the owner first. Then the owner gives it to the players and the coaches and shit. Because the owner, that's who really fucking trophy it is. He owned the team. Or she owned the team. So, man, that's basically it, dog. To me, blaming the coaches is just, that's pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. You know what I mean? I know there have been times where, coaches are to be blamed for maybe for this or for that, but not in a situation, not in these situations. Not like, like the Lakers and the Cowboys, where both of the coaches is basically just figureheads, lame duck coaches that ain't got no control, no power, no say over nothing. You can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? They're not the reason why whatever players are there. It's not because of them. They didn't pick them players. You know what I'm saying? I know I was gonna say, oh, well, that's on them. They took the job. They knew it was gonna be, and that's true too. But sometimes, hey, I need this job, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? I need to get this job. So that's all it is. But can't blame the coaches, bro. Like, stop blaming the coaches. Now Frank Vogel gonna end up getting fired, or Mike McCarthy. Well, Mike McCarthy ain't gonna get fired. Jerry Jones said he gonna be back next year, as he should. As he should. Like, he don't deserve to be fired for what? He ain't did nothing. He doing his motherfucking job. You stupid ass motherfucking fans and media and all this other shit, blame those fucking players on the field. That's who fucked up. Not because Mike McCarthy don't know how to give a fucking pep talk and a fucking motivational speech before the game and all that other shit. That's not why they lost. That's not why they lost. So, and with the Lakers, we already know what it is. LeBron James run all that shit. That's the reason why they failing, because you letting a player, you empowering the player to run the franchise. That's what it is. So as long as you do that, hey, but it ain't the coaches. So that's it, man. Snax on Sports. I'll be back.